Hey everyone, I have a treat for you today. I have the second generation Intel Compute Stick. I got this on Amazon for about 140 bucks. And there's been some improvements to second generation. For example, it has added second USB port. The first one only had one. And so let's just look at the specs here. So it's got the Intel Atom processor. It comes preloaded with Windows 10 32-bit, Intel Wireless 802.11ac with Bluetooth 4.0, 32 gigs onboard storage, micro SD card slot, 2 gigabytes DDR3 RAM memory, and again the two USB ports. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox this. Alright. Just set this aside. And here we go. So this is the actual compute stick. So this is a computer, and it's just, it fits in my palm. I do have a big palm, but still, it's pretty impressive. Take this out, you can see it's got the HDMI port there that you would plug into your TV. If you're planning to use this with a monitor, then you'll want to make sure that your monitor supports HDMI. Not all monitors have an HDMI connection, but if you do, that's great. You can you just plug it in to the back or with a cable, and you'll have a working computer. And looks pretty nice. Let's look at the ports here. So you see here that we have power connector, we have the on-off switch there, we have a standard USB 2.0 port, and we have a super speed USB 3.0 port. So that's kind of nice. I think they added this. On this side we have the SD card reader, micro SD card reader, and the nice thing that I like about this is that it does have a security slot. So there's a hole here, and then there's a hole on top. There's a sticker on here which I'll go ahead and remove later on, but you can lock this up with a security cable. So actually what I plan to use this for is to go in the back of a TV and kind of serve up some kind of like PowerPoint slides, that type of thing, where you just plug it in, it's the TV's running PowerPoint slides or anything like that. It does have Wi-Fi, so if you needed to connect to some server or something to get slide information, which is what I plan to do, this will work great. And you can also lock it down, so at least it'll make it hard for people to steal it. Right now in the back of the TVs I have for those displays, there's a small form factor computer, but I plan to replace that small form factor computer, in which the power supplies keep dying, with this very, very small form factor Intel Compute Stick. So let's take a look at the other contents of the package. So here it looks like you have a female HDMI cable and then a male HDMI cable. So I guess if you needed an extension, if you wanted to plug it into the back of your TV but needed to be still accessible, this might be a solution for you. However, yeah, you could just plug it straight in. So depending on how much space you have between your HDMI ports and all that, you could plug it straight in, but since it's so wide, you might need this cable. So it's nice that they include it. And here we have the power adapter. So I guess it's got just a general standard adapter for international connections. So they give you the plugs for all the different countries here. So let me take the one for US, which is where I'm at, and I'll go ahead and plug that in. Looks like it's just gonna slide in right here. There it goes. It's in there. And the other side is it looks like a micro USB, as you can see here, and that's gonna plug into the side here, just like this. And you're gonna need to leave your device plugged in. So as far as I know, you can't power this with just standard USB. I may be wrong, but I believe you need this charger. So pretty straightforward in terms of what's on the package. Now let me compare this Intel Compute Stick with my Raspberry Pi. So this is my Raspberry Pi that is in a 3D printed enclosure that I printed out, and you can see they call it credit card size, but you know, has some thickness to it. So just putting them kind of side by side. I mean, the Compute Stick is so much thinner as far as length. The Intel Compute Stick is longer, but by not so much. Of course, it's got that connector sticking out. But yeah, it's pretty nice that this has an Intel Atom processor and can run Windows 10. This Raspberry Pi 3 cannot run a full version of Windows 10. It can run what's called Windows 10 Core, Internet of Things Core, IoT Core, which is not even a full operating system. You actually need to know some Visual Studio programming in order to get the Windows 10 app to run on this. So the Raspberry Pi 3 cannot run a full version of Windows 10, whereas this Intel Compute Stick can. Well, what's the difference? This Raspberry Pi 3 costs about $35. This Intel Compute Stick will run you about $140. So if you have your choice, I would say if you're comfortable running Linux, Linux will run as a full operating system here, or minimalized operating system, but you can do pretty much everything, web browsing, all that. You can run it on this Raspberry Pi, but you cannot run a full version of Windows here. On this one, you can run a full version of Windows, Intel Compute Stick, and I believe you can also load Linux on it. So I think you have more options with this. So if you tend to work with Windows mostly, I would say go with the Intel Compute Stick. So again, this is unboxing of the Intel Compute Stick. I hope you enjoyed it.